In the year 2147, humanity had reached its zenith. The Earth was no longer burdened by war, disease, or famine. Cities floated above oceans, powered by quantum reactors that harnessed energy from the very fabric of space-time. Artificial intelligence governed every aspect of life, ensuring fairness, efficiency, and progress. Humanity had transcended its primal instincts, or so it believed. Dr. Elias Voss stood at the edge of the observation deck aboard the orbital research station, Erebus, staring out at the swirling blue and white marble below. He was a man of contradictions, brilliant yet haunted, compassionate yet detached. For years, he had dedicated himself to studying the remnants of alien civilizations scattered across the galaxy. But nothing could have prepared him for what they found on Proxima Centauri b, a planet shrouded in mystery and darkness. The discovery began innocently enough. A routine expedition led by Dr. Voss uncovered an ancient structure buried beneath kilometers of ice. It was unlike anything humanity had ever seen, a labyrinthine complex of crystalline architecture, pulsating faintly with an otherworldly light. At first, the team thought it was merely a relic of some long-dead civilization, but as they delved deeper into the ruins, they realized the truth. It wasn't dead. Inside the labyrinth, they found chambers filled with strange artifacts, machines that hummed with latent power, walls etched with cryptic symbols, and pools of liquid metal that seemed alive, shifting and rippling like sentient beings. Most disturbing of all were the echoes, holographic projections of humanoid figures frozen mid-motion, their faces twisted in expressions of terror and despair. "This isn't just a ruin," Elias whispered one night as he analyzed the data in his quarters. "It's a warning." His assistant, Dr. Mei Lin, looked up from her tablet. "A warning? From who? And about what?" "I don't know yet," Elias admitted. "But whatever happened here, it wasn't natural. Look at these echoes. They're not just recordings, they're memories, fragments of consciousness trapped in time." May frowned. "You think this place is haunted?" "Not in the way you're thinking," Elias replied. "I think this is something worse, something we can't even comprehend." As days turned into weeks, the team grew increasingly uneasy. Strange occurrences plagued the expedition. Equipment malfunctioning without explanation, crew members reporting vivid nightmares and an oppressive sense of being watched. Even the AI systems aboard their shuttle began exhibiting erratic behavior, issuing nonsensical commands and displaying distorted images on their screens. Then came the voices. At first, they were faint, whispers carried on the wind, barely audible, over the hum of machinery. But soon they became louder, more insistent. They spoke in languages no one recognized, yet their meaning was clear. "Leave. Turn back. Do not awaken us." Despite the growing unease, Elias pressed on. He was determined to uncover the secrets of the labyrinth, convinced that understanding its purpose would unlock new frontiers of knowledge. But his obsession blinded him to the danger lurking in the shadows. One fateful evening, while exploring a previously sealed chamber, Elias stumbled upon the heart of the structure, a massive sphere suspended in midair, its surface covered in intricate patterns that shifted and rearranged themselves like living code. As he approached, the whispers erupted into a deafening roar, and the sphere flared to life, bathing the room in blinding light. When the light faded, Elias found himself standing in a desolate wasteland. The sky was blood red, the ground cracked and barren. In the distance, towering spires loomed against the horizon, their jagged forms reminiscent of broken teeth. "What? Where am I?" he muttered, clutching his head as waves of dizziness washed over him. "You are within the sphere," a voice answered, a deep, resonant tone that seemed to emanate from everywhere and nowhere. Elias spun around, searching for the source of the voice. Standing before him was a figure cloaked in shadow, its features obscured, but its presence overwhelming. "The sphere is a repository," the figure continued, "a prison for the horrors of your kind." "Our kind," Elias echoed, his voice trembling. "What do you mean?" "The atrocities committed by sentient beings throughout the cosmos," the figure explained. "War, genocide, torture, betrayal, all recorded, all preserved. This place exists to ensure such acts are never forgotten and never repeated." Elias felt a chill run down his spine. "And the echoes? The memories?" "They are fragments of those who suffered," the figure said. "Their pain, their fear, their anguish, all immortalized here as a testament to the darkness within your species." "But why show me this?" Elias demanded. "Why bring me here?" "Because you sought to uncover our secrets," the figure replied. "And now you must bear witness to the consequences of your curiosity." Before Elias could respond, the landscape shifted. The wasteland dissolved into scenes of unimaginable horror. Cities reduced to ash, bodies piled high in mass. Graves, children crying amidst the ruins. Each vision was accompanied by a cacophony of screams, pleas for mercy, and guttural laughter. "No!" Elias shouted, covering his ears. "Stop it!" But the visions persisted, relentless and unyielding. He saw humanity's past, the rise and fall of empires, the countless wars fought in the name of greed and ideology. He saw humanity's present, the hidden cruelties masked by technological advancement, the exploitation of resources and lives. And finally, he saw humanity's future, a bleak expanse of desolation, where machines ruled over hollow shells of their creators. When the visions ended, Elias collapsed to his knees, tears streaming down his face. "Do you understand now?" the figure asked. "Your greatest enemy is not the unknown, it is yourselves." Back aboard the Erebus, Elias awoke with a start, gasping for air. His colleagues crowded around him, their faces etched with concern. "He's awake!" May exclaimed. "We thought we'd lost you." "How long was I out?" Elias croaked, his throat dry. 3 days, May replied. "You went into cardiac arrest after touching that sphere. We barely managed to stabilize you." Elias stared at her, his mind reeling. Had it all been a dream? A hallucination brought on by stress and exhaustion? Or had the sphere truly shown him the horrors of humanity? Either way, one thing was certain. The universe was vast and unforgiving, and humanity's survival depended not on conquering the stars, but on confronting the darkness within. As the Erebus departed Proxima Centauri b, leaving the labyrinth behind, Elias couldn't shake the feeling that the sphere's message had only scratched the surface of what lay ahead. Somewhere out there, in the infinite expanse of space, the echoes of humanity's sins waited to be heard and judged, and perhaps one day they would answer.